Hello dear viewers, today we will explore together an enchanting country, Croatia, the Adriatic pearl of Europe, where the long coastline curves like a vivid picture, where ancient history blends with modernity, and where diverse culture welcomes all visitors. Located at the crossroads between Central Europe and Southeast Europe, Croatia is not only famous for ancient cities like Dubrovnik, recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, but also for natural wonders such as Plitvice Lakes with 16 emerald green lakes connected by hundreds of majestic waterfalls. With a population of around 3.9 million in 2025, an area of 56,594 square kilometers, and a nominal GDP of $83.5 billion in 2024, Croatia is one of the fastest growing economies in Europe, growing by 3.9% in 2024 and forecast to grow by 3.2% in 2025. From its rich history with the ancient kingdom of Croatia to its war of independence in the 1990s, from its delicious Mediterranean cuisine to its vibrant festivals, Croatia will captivate you. This journey will take us through 10 in-depth explorations that will help you understand this crescent-shaped country better. And if you're excited about this topic, subscribe now for more great content like this, and don't forget to leave a comment below sharing your thoughts on Croatia. Now, let's get started. Croatia is strategically located at the crossroads of Central and Southeastern Europe, bordering Slovenia to the northwest, Hungary to the northeast, Serbia to the east, Bosnia and Herzegovina and Montenegro to the southeast, and sharing a maritime border with Italy across the Adriatic Sea to the west. Distinctive in its shape, Croatia stretches from the fertile Pannonian Plain in the north to a 1,777 kilometers (1,100 miles) Adriatic coastline in the south, comprising more than 1,000 islands and islets, of which 48 are permanently inhabited, including Cres and KRK, the two largest islands with an area of approximately 405 square kilometers each. The terrain is varied, the towering Dinaric Alps, with Dinara Peak, 1,831 m, the country's highest point, run along the border with Bosnia, while the interior is meandered by the Danube, Drava, Sava, and Kupa rivers, forming a rich river system. Part of the southern territory around Dubrovnik is separated by a narrow strip of Bosnian land at Neum, but the Plitvice Bridge, due to be completed in 2022, has provided seamless connectivity. Croatia's climate is varied. The interior has a temperate continental climate with cold winters, lowest -35.5 degrees Celsius in 1919, and warm summers, highest 42.8 degrees Celsius in 1981, while the Adriatic coast enjoys a pleasant Mediterranean climate with hot summers, average 25 to 30 degrees Celsius, and mild winters, 5 to 10 degrees Celsius, with an average rainfall of 600 to 3,500 mm/year, the highest in the Dinaric Alps. Islands such as Hvar and Korčula are among the sunniest in Europe with over 2,700 hours of sunshine per year, creating ideal conditions for beach tourism. This geography not only offers natural beauty but also challenges such as karst terrain that occupies half of the territory with hundreds of deep caves, requiring sustainable management to combat climate change and erosion. Croatia's history dates back to prehistory, with Neanderthal remains at Krapina Cave from the Middle Paleolithic, and Neolithic cultures such as Starcevo, Baden, and Vuzdal, notable for the Vuzdal dove statue from 2800 to 2500 BC, a symbol of ancient art. During the Iron Age, the Illyrians dominated the region, with tribes such as the Liburnians and Delmati, before the Greeks established colonies such as Pharos, now Hvar, in 385 BC. By 9 AD, the region had become the Roman province of Illyricum, where the Illyrian Emperor Diocletian built his majestic palace at Split in 305 AD, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 AD, Slavs and Croats migrated in the 6th to 7th centuries, establishing two principalities and being Christianized under the Byzantine Emperor Basil I, 867 to 886. Duke Branimir received papal recognition in 879, and Tomislav became the first king in 925, establishing a powerful kingdom of Croatia, which reached its height under Petar Kresimir IV and Dimitar Zvonimir in the 11th century. After Zvonimir's death in 1089, Croatia entered a personal union with Hungary in 1102 under King Koloman, maintaining the Sabor Diet and the Viceroy ban. The 15th to 16th centuries saw Ottoman invasions, with battles such as Krbava, 1493, and Mohacs, 1526, leading to the Croatian Diet electing Ferdinand I of Habsburg in 1527, making Croatia part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. During this period, Venice controlled Dalmatia minus Dubrovnik, an independent republic that thrived on trade, while Croatia's military frontier was established to resist the Ottomans, creating a heroic legacy of brave frontier guards. Croatia's ancient and colonial history is a story of resistance and cultural fusion, laying the foundations for a resilient national identity. Croatian women, who make up 51% of the population, around 1.98 million in 2025, are the soul of the country, shaping its history, culture, and future with their resilience and creativity. Since the 15th century resistance against the Ottomans, women like Mila Gaj-Salik, the heroine who sacrificed her life in 1530 to destroy the gunpowder depot in Poljica, have become symbols of indomitability, celebrated in poetry and monuments. During the War of Independence, 1991 to 1995, thousands of women served as nurses and fighters, such as Maria Simundic in Vukovar, contributing to the victory. In politics, Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović, the first female president, 2015 to 2020, put Croatia on the map, promoting women's rights through the Croatian Women's Forum. The proportion of female parliamentarians will reach 31% by 2024, exceeding the EU average, with leaders such as Maria Selak-Rasputic championing women and children. However, only 20% of board seats are held by women, highlighting the challenges of gender equality. Croatian culture is marked by women. Composer Dora Pejacevic composed her first symphony, while director Hana Jusic conquered the Venice Film Festival. Women on the island of Pag preserve the UNESCO art of lace weaving, and in Dalmatia, they lead the traditional klapa dance. In society, women make up 60% of university students, but the wage gap, 10% lower than men, and domestic violence, 15,000 cases in 2023, remain barriers. The Gender Equality Strategy 2021 to 2030 is supporting female entrepreneurs and protecting victims. By 2025, women will lead tourism, 60% of the workforce, and technology, such as Madia Zolj startup Agrivi. From artisans in Pag to guides in Plitvice, Croatian women are the force that connects tradition and future, inspiring the world. With a population of around 3.87 million according to the 2021 census and an estimated 3.9 million in 2025, Croatia is a sparsely populated country with a density of 75 people per km superscript 2, mainly concentrated in the capital Zagreb, around 800,000 inhabitants, and coastal cities such as Split, Rijeka, Osijek. Ethnic composition: 91.6% Croats, 3.2% Serbs, and smaller groups such as Bosniaks, Hungarians, and Italians. Croatian is the official language, a South Slavic language, using the Latin alphabet, with English widely spoken in tourist areas. Croatian culture is a blend of Mediterranean, Central European, and Balkan influences. The Rijeka Carnival, Europe's largest with colorful costumes and parades, or the Ultra Music Festival in Split attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors. The Roman Catholic influence of 78.9% of the population is reflected in the grand Christmas and Easter celebrations, while the Ottoman and Habsburg heritage has resulted in diverse architecture ranging from Gothic cathedrals to Baroque palaces. Croatia boasts literature through Marko Marulic, the father of 15th century Croatian poetry, and modern art through sculptor Ivan Nastrovic. Sport is a source of national pride, with football, World Cup runners-up 2018, third in 2022, and basketball, and stars such as Luka Modric and Nikola Tesla, the Croat-Serbian inventor. This cultural diversity fosters tolerance, and despite a history of war that has divided Croatia, it is now a model of European harmony. Croatia is a high-income economy according to the World Bank, with a nominal GDP of $83.5 billion in 2024 and a PPP GDP of $166.9 billion, growing at an average of 4.8% over the past 3 years, outpacing the EU. Growth is forecast at 3.2% in 2025, driven by strong household consumption and infrastructure investment from EU funds. Tourism is a mainstay, accounting for nearly 20% of GDP, with 6.8 million visitors in 2019 and a 3.3% increase in foreign arrivals in the first half of 2025, despite concerns about rising prices. Other sectors, industry, shipbuilding and Split, pharmaceuticals such as Pliva, agriculture, Dalmatian wine, Istrian olive oil, and services, banking, technology. Croatia exports machinery, pharmaceuticals and food, and imports oil and cars, with Italy, Germany, and Slovenia as its main partners. Joining the Euro and Schengen in 2023 will boost trade, but challenges include public debt of 85.3% of GDP in 2020, now falling. Inflation of 4% in 2024 expected to fall to 3% in 2025, and dependence on tourism, which makes the economy vulnerable. The government is investing €400 million from the European Investment Bank in 2024 to modernize the railways, and a green growth strategy to diversify and turn Croatia into an Adriatic logistics hub. From a post-war socialist economy, Croatia is now an EU growth star, with GDP per capita reaching 76.9% of the EU level in 2024. Croatia is a biodiversity haven, with 8 national parks and 2 strict conservation areas covering 9% of its territory, and it became the 33rd member of the European Environment Agency in 2021. The Adriatic Sea is the cleanest in Europe, with top swimming water quality in 2023 and the EU's richest freshwater resources per capita in 2024. Karst terrain covers half the country, creating deep caves, 49 of which are deeper than 250 m, and the Plitvice Lakes, a system of 16 lakes with waterfalls, home to more than 1,000 species of plants and animals such as brown bears, wolves, and lynx. The Dinaric Alps are the Balkan green lungs, with forests covering 47% of the area, supporting diverse ecoregions from Mediterranean oak forests to alpine grasslands. The coastline of more than 1,000 islands is a breeding ground for sea turtles and migratory birds, while the Danube, Europe's longest, offers a rich wetland ecosystem. Croatia is committed to conservation, with 50% of its mainland territory protected according to a 2017 study, and green projects such as the Blue Flag for its beaches in 2011. However, climate change threatens with rising sea levels and wildfires, requiring a low-carbon strategy. Imagine wandering through Richness forest with a cool Bura breeze or diving on the Adriatic reef. That's the endless appeal of Croatia's nature. Croatia is a diverse adventure, attracting more than 20 million visitors in the year before the pandemic, and up 3.3% in the first half of 2025 thanks to the recovery. The capital Zagreb, with its ancient Austro-Hungarian architecture, bustling Dolag market and unique Broken Relationships museum telling the story of a broken love. Dubrovnik, the pearl of the Adriatic, with its 2 km long ancient city wall, where Game of Thrones was filmed, and the nearby island of Lokrum with its botanical garden. Split with Diocletian's Palace, the world's most vibrant UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the lively Plitvice Beach. Plitvice Lakes, a natural wonder with 16 turquoise lakes and waterfalls, attracting 1.8 million visitors a year. Istria in the north with the old town of Ravenj like a little Venice, and wine farms. Var Island, the sunniest in Europe, with lavender fields and vibrant nightlife. By 2025, green tourism will be on the rise, with cycling along the coast or trekking the Dinaric Alps, although rising prices are a concern for budget travelers. Croatia has a blue flag for its clean beaches, and Opatija, the Nice of the Adriatic, has a history of tourism dating back to the 19th century. With fewer crowds than Italy or Greece, Croatia offers authentic experiences, from Roman history to pristine beaches. Croatian cuisine is a perfect blend of Mediterranean and Balkan cuisine, with fresh seafood from the Adriatic such as grilled squid, Buzara lobster stewed in tomatoes, and grilled meats such as pika, lamb or beef stewed under an iron bell with vegetables, slow-cooked in a charcoal oven. Dalmatia is famous for its rich red Plavac Mali wine and Istrian olive oil, the best in the world according to awards. National dishes include pasticata, beef stewed with prunes and wine, or sarma, cabbage rolls, served with homemade bread. Dessert includes frickel, small donuts sprinkled with sugar, or rosata, caramel pudding. The Croatian lifestyle is relaxed, with long morning coffees at waterside cafes, and sports such as football or water polo are national passions. In Zagreb, urban life bustles with music festivals and Christmas markets, while on the coast, people enjoy siestas and family barbecues. Life expectancy is 74 years for men and 80 years for women, with a 99% literacy rate and high-quality education by EU standards. Despite its economic growth, Croatia maintains a slow pace of life, emphasizing family and nature, but challenges such as youth migration and rising prices by 2025 are expected to impact tourism. Eating in Croatia is not just about filling the stomach, it is also about cultural connection, from long dinners with rakija, a strong fruit brandy, to sharing historical stories. In this 10-part journey, we see Croatia as more than just a country, but a living story of resilience, natural beauty, and cultural fusion. From its sparkling Adriatic coastline to the majestic Dinaric Mountains, from its heroic history to its booming economy, which is expected to grow by 3.2% by 2025, Croatia is writing a new chapter as a member of the EU, OECD, and a European tourism hub. Despite challenges such as climate change, rising prices, and migration, the solidarity of its people, forged through war and recovery, will lead them to a sustainable future, with green projects and infrastructure investment. Croatia teaches us that even a small country can shine on the world map. If you are already hooked on this journey, subscribe to the channel now so you don't miss out on future discovery videos, and leave a comment below sharing your favorite place in Croatia or why you want to visit. Thanks for joining us. Get on the road and let Croatia conquer your heart.